Hey everyone, Rarity Dash here, time for another blind commentary. And today I'm continuing yet another series that has been on hold for a while. Though this one I'm continuing all the way to completion. Because this series, Mentally Advanced series, has only 2 episodes left before I'm done with it. Episodes 22 and 23, both of which I'm reacting to today. And 23 is not an actual normal episode, it's an unreleased video. This is camera footage of it at a convention where he played it. It was never actually put up on his channel. So the quality might be a bit poor, and there's probably going to be some crowd noise to deal with, and applause and laughter and stuff. So hopefully it's watchable. I don't really know what the quality is like, but I figured it was maybe at least worth including just to see how it is. But yeah, with these 2 episodes, with these done, I will be able to move on to the negative series. I'll be done with the original series, and I'll be able to move on to the negative, which has new animation and is completely new in terms of the content, I think. I mean, it's probably loosely based on the original series, but I think it has different jokes and different lines and just all sorts of different stuff. So that should be enjoyable to see. But yeah, before we get to that, episodes 22 and 23, the parodies of All's Well That Ends Well and Party of One. Should be good stuff. Let's get started and find out. Okay. And here we go. Got our disclaimer. And Treehouse.
Be quiet. Owl, be quiet. Shush! Thank you. If you're responding to my thanks, then great, but just silence now.
No.
I would reach out and smack you off your perch, but it's late and I'm tired, so stop. Oh my god. So have you figured out what you're gonna do with this thing yet? I'm not even really sure how to feed it. I don't know the first thing about owls. Do you think it's gonna fly out and feed itself, or what? You're asking if I think a domesticated owl that's trapped in your house is gonna find a way to feed itself. Oh, come on, they're supposed to be wise animals. I can't tell if you're joking or being willfully ignorant. I could be both. Very funny. Well, you ought to be taking this more seriously. This is the princess's bird. We're gonna get killed. It's not Celestia's bird. I'd be freaking out right now if it was. It's not. So it's Luna's bird? Oh crap, it's gonna explode, isn't it? No, Cadence and my brother sent it.
Oh, okay.
The third princess, yeah. She and your brother have been dating for a while now. Yeah, my mom's been badgering him about engagement. They've been talking
This
about
show actually builds it up, unlike the actual series.
Your mom,
That's great.
I miss her cooking, back before I was doing it. She's doing okay. Yeah, she and Dad are getting along, and we're both getting old enough now. She's starting to write to me about her sex life. So they're doing okay. Oh boy, just what you wanted to hear. It's,
yeah.
You know, it's whatever. I mean, she knows I've got a lot of medical background, so I kind of default as the family, I don't know, doctor, I guess. Uh-oh, what kind of bedroom business requires a doctor? Nothing. She just doesn't know what I know, so she'll ask questions and fish for answers. And if I know something, I can help out, but it tends to be stuff like, is Dad, still young enough to do this, or could
Wow.
I die from a perforated colon?
I've
been wondering though, can you tell me, what is Cadence a princess of? The color pink. Oh, come on. I think love. But I never really figured out for sure, because how do you rule over an intangible concept? It sounds like cheating. If someone doesn't like the way you've been ruling, you say, what? You don't like the way I've been ruling? Well, if you're not in love with the way I'm doing things, clearly it's not in my jurisdiction. Oh yeah, if you're not happy, you better find the princess of hate. Don't come whine to me. Hey Twilight, you ever stop to think it's weird how connected your family is? What do you mean? Well, the god princess of the sun is your personal teacher, the god princess of love is your personal babysitter, your brother is the commander of the royal guard, and your family's only upper middle class. So my family's upper middle class, that's not weird. That's not the weird part. The weird part is that your family isn't politically influential, and yet somehow you're still the center of everything. No, that's an exaggeration. Now, hear me out, because this keeps me up at night, and I am shocked that you haven't thought of it yourself. What if there's a reason for it? What if they're focused on you for something? Oh, come on, you gotta use Occam's razor. I think Celestia is just aware of my magical potential, and she's keeping me in check. Oh, come on, Twilight. You're good, but you're not that good. Ask yourself, do you think you could ever lead a country? Well, alright, what do you think it means? Because otherwise we're just making assumptions.
Heavy foreshadowing.
Look at the circumstances. Celestia has your family close to her there in Canterlot. She sent you away to Ponyville where you can't reach them, which still implies I'm the potential threat. Twilight, moving family around is something you do with provincial leaders. If it was just you that she's worried about, then why wouldn't she just worry about you? Spike, it's been real quiet in Ponyville, and I don't want to think about this, or else I'm gonna stay up for the rest of the week. So go and help me find a book on this stupid bird in my house. Don't we have more important stuff to do than focus on your pet owl? No. Not today. Okay, fine. What kind of owl is it? I don't know. Get the book so we can look it up. Okay, I'm going. So, aside from figuring out how we're gonna feed this thing, what do you hope to learn? Maybe I can teach it tricks, like to fetch books or something. Oh, gunning for my job, huh? You gonna get jealous? Oh, heaven forbid I don't get to do this more often. I don't think that bird could carry books anyway. Maybe children's books.
This Spike,
You know, be good?
not as much the jealous type.
Powers. If that owl could levitate books, then I wouldn't have to climb up here and put my life in danger. We do need a taller ladder, but it's gonna come out of your allowance. Why? Life's about earning, Spike. But I never earn anything no matter how hard I work. Also, I can't find your stupid book. Well, look harder. I'm piercing the shelves with my fiercest gaze. I'm not seeing it. Oh, come on, that's impossible. I just reorganized yesterday. Well, see, that's the problem. It's disorganized. You keep reorganizing it, I can never find anything. It's a really simple system. It should be next to the book on vowels. You have got to be kidding me. This system is never gonna work. It works like a mnemonic device. Once you learn it, it's gonna revolutionize the way that you find books. Okay, I found your book, but we're gonna have to change the system again. What? No, Spike, learn the new system. It's better. Nay. Once you learn it, you're gonna find it's so much easier to remember where stuff is. I have had it up to here with this, Twilight. I am not learning a new organizational pattern every single week. Fine. Stay in the past with Dewey Decimal, see if I care. Thank you. You micromanage too much, you know. Whatever. Gotta know what to do with this bird. I mean, it can see in the dark. Maybe it could lead me around when it's dark. It's not a seeing eye dog, Twilight. And besides, I'm a dragon. We live in caves. I've got a certain amount of dark sight if you need it. How would you find an owl in the dark anyway? The whole point of their natural camouflage is not to be seen. I'm just grasping at straws here, okay? I don't know, maybe I can use his feathers for quills when he molts. Aye, he looks a bit small, but he's probably big enough for that. Quills only cost about 1 or 2 bits, though. Adds up over time. I guess it does. I mean, if he feeds himself, it's kind of like a net gain. Except for me, who has to clean up after his droppings. So, okay, he's useful somehow. That means he's not a pet. We know what happens to pets. He's a utility bird. Alright, what you want to name the utility bird? How about Aloysius? I don't even know how to spell that. How about Al, for short? That way it's easier to pass it off like we didn't name him, as though we're pronouncing it wrong, like we're stupid. Aye, you ever see Rainbow Dash make an ass of herself directly to Celestia, and then get away with it? Boy, she must be onto something there. No kidding. You could punish the girl, but she wouldn't know what she did wrong. If I could start all over, I would just play dumb from start to finish. You could have done that, but then you wouldn't get to read much that way. No, watch, it'd be like this. I love reading books to set a good example for kids. I may not understand all the big words, but I try my best to read the smartest looking books. Oh, I see. Very clever. I guess it takes a bit of wit to figure out how to play stupid correctly. Yeah, and the best part is that it makes perfect sense that I'd sing the Rubber Ducky song in my head all the time. Perfect shield for magical thought reading. You've been giving this a lot of thought, haven't you? Yeah, I have. But it's too late to do it now. Everybody would see right through it. I'd have to wait for some kind of opening, but I don't know what. You'd blend right in at Ponyville. Speaking of, you've seemed to have mellowed out a lot since you got here. Yeah, I guess I'm not as stressed out as I was. Well, it's nice having a bit more input now and again, but don't let your guard down. I know, but... Hey Spike, nothing has changed, but for what it's worth, just leave it, Twilight. You make good pancakes. Loud and clear. So, are we going out today? Should I pack your bags or what? No, I'm staying in. I don't see what the crime is with being a happy shut-in. Alright, I'm going to take a nap then. Just give me a call if you need something. Will do. Good night, Spike. Good night.
Huh. Odd episode? talk about some of that stuff at the end. Or at least try to. I'll look back at it. And here is the unreleased one.
Twilight! Hey, Twilight. Yes.
What, Pinky?
Pinky sees Twilight's lavender body, and she thinks to herself, yes, maybe Twilight likes to come up and have the party with Pinky. Gummy is here, he is having much fun, and Pinky is here. Yes.
No, I don't want to do that.
It is okay.
Well,
yes.
this isn't
Pinky has
that bad
alcohol
as far
and a
as
hairbrush. She will brush
camera
your
footage
hair.
goes.
Pinky, in the time I've been here in Ponyville, has it not occurred to you that I don't like large social gatherings? I don't mind being around other ponies, I don't mind taking charge of a group on occasion, but I don't like parties and I don't like crowds.
That is okay. Yes. Pinky will lock Gummy in the closet while she brushes your hair. Then it is only the two of us.
No, leave me alone.
Pinky comes. Yes. She bears joy upon her brow.
It's an invitation to a party.
Yes. Pinky brings joy. This is her cutie mark.
That doesn't mean you have to keep doing this until I kill myself. I know how to make it more clear. I don't like parties.
Would you like them on a train?
Wow.
I do not like them in my brain.
Would
Dr.
you like them
Seuss.
in the rain?
Look, I'm not doing Dr. Seuss, okay?
Yeah.
3 nights and 10 prevailed that day.
Yes, and Hansel and Gretel pushed the witch into an oven. So if you want to follow that line of logic, I'm gonna kill you.
But Twilight goes to the party sometimes. Yes.
Social gatherings are fine on occasion, but you throw the damn things 7 days a week.
Oh, yes. Okay, Pinky gets you.
Does Pinky really?
Come to Pinky's party. It is really very grand. Pinky will be disappointed if you can't attend. And then she possessed the audacity to slam the door on Pinky's beclowned nose. There will be retribution. Yes.
So if I'm gathering correctly, what y'all want from me is to go to a party celebrating your imminent revenge on Twilight because she refused to go to your party. So what happens if I don't want to go to this party?
Then your demise will be imminent.
Yeah? Then what happens?
What form of inquiry is this? Pinky demises you.
Again? Shoot, Pinky. Is it gonna be painful?
Pinky doesn't know that, yes? How dare you put Pinky on the spot? This is an art form.
Well, speaking of demise and artwork, Pinky, can I ask y'all to do me a big favor? Could you quit leaving those pamphlets lying around the farm?
Have you read them? Yes? They contain the truth.
I have, and I love them. Maybe not for the reason you're hoping. My favorite was the one about how rarity is the source of all geopolitical conflict. Very inspired. But the thing is, you drop off like 200 of them.
Yeah.
They're like a couple of us living here on Sweet Apple Acres.
Hey, Jay, you are supposed to pass those around. We are Confederates in the conflict, both Earth ponies spicing down our foes.
I know we are, Sugar Cube, but you didn't ask if I had time to be doing that, and I am super busy. I mean, don't stop bringing by the pamphlets, but just bring like 1 or 2. I'll read it, and Granny's kind of into some of your stuff. She likes some of your more racial leanings, but she's old. Point is, she likes your pamphlets too, but just stop bringing us those great big bundles.
This is extortion. Yes. But Pinky agrees to your shrewd terms. So, do you go to Pinky's party or no? Yes.
Look, alright, I agree with Twilight. You throw these shindigs 7 days a week. It's way too often. I never have time for it. I don't have time for it right now.
Then it would appear we have another for the list of retribution. This is your final act of defiance. Yes.
Alright, thanks for understanding, Sugar Cube. I'll see you next time.
Yeah,
we get involved
totally
in some
understands.
Great big thing.
And that is why Pinky thinks that, yes, if Rarity continues to feed herself as such and puts on the fats at such a ridiculous rate, then all we must do is put you on the butcher block and then we will have food for the masses.
You know, there's a plausible region in which I might have been made to feel guilty about my weight, and you reached it, and then you passed it, and then you just kept going.
Pinky understands if you are in denial about your nature as a gelatinous blob.
Wow.
What do you even want, Pinky?
To help you find a place in society. Yes.
You know, I know what you're doing. You're just trying to bait me into an argument, so I'll get sucked into your pinky thing.
Oh, that could be true.
Probably.
It's a very good hypothesis. Yes. You could just turn around right now and not be baited by Pinky at all. Leave Pinky out here, uncorrected. And then she will think these things about the Rarity all by herself, privately. Or, yes, maybe she will tell other ponies.
Or, how about this? I know a lot of stallions. Pinky, have you ever considered getting yourself just knocked up? You've got a lot of energy. I'm sure that some kids could use up a lot
I don't
of
think
that.
this is a good idea.
Yes. And then Rarity can babysit them.
No. I mean, sure. Just not as an official like binding agreement. We have to be considerate of my time, but a kid though, kids will be like a party every day. You'll have your own party crew. Being a single mom, it's a big adventure.
Pinky loves adventures, yes, but babies would give Pinky the rarity fats. Go. Yes.
Wow.
Pinky has growing concern that the others have learned to overcome their natural politeness and now decline Pinky's parties. If this trend continues, yes, Pinky will have to abandon her life purpose and accept that she is a cashier. We must prevent reality from closing in. Yes, we shall conduct the thought experiment. Why, hello there, Turnips Bucket. Yes, it is a fine small talk we are having today. Yes, hello, yes, I am Turnips Bucket. You have straightened your hair, Pinky, this is very good. Thank you, Turnips Bucket. Yes, Pinky straightened this hair for her party she was having.
Yeah.
It took much time for the straightening. Would you like to come to this
Pinky,
party?
no more
Yes?
insane than usual
No.
in this
Yes.
episode here.
Turnips Bucket would rather remain at home and conspire against Pinky. Pinky knew it. How about this pile of rocks? Do you conspire against Pinky? Yes. Of course. It was also obvious, and this thought experiment proves it. Yeah.
Yes, it proves a
The only
lot.
question that remains now is where are they getting their funding? Pinky knows just the informant. It is the poor fool who is always involved, and yet always is forgotten.
The yellow one?
So, Spike.
Oh, Spike.
Pinky will ask you, who is providing financial donation to the bucket of turnips in Pinky's bedroom?
I'm sorry, but could you clarify?
Where does a bucket of turnips find money to spread negative propaganda about Pinky's parties? Yes.
Oh, right, conspiracy. Well, it was Mothra. Or if you're looking for something more concrete
yeah.
that you can pursue,
I believe it. Mothra.
Mommy fell in love with Applejack, and they're having sex, and they exchange information.
That is deplorable. Pinky will correct this wrongdoing.
Jeez, what?
How could you, Applejack? Poor innocent guys underage.
Darling, I'm sure I don't have a clue what you're talking about right now.
We are discussing your sensual, sinuous nature. Yes.
Sensual and sinuous, huh? I've never been called that before. I'm not sure if I should be flattered or flabbergasted. I guess I could be flattergasted.
Yeah, you
Okay.
could.
Pinky believes you. Spike, Applejack is neither sensual nor sinuous, but now she is flabbergasted with Pinky. Yes. What is the deal?
Oh, well, I guess I was planted with false information, so to throw you off the trail, I guess you're gonna have to find someone else to interrogate.
This is a major setback. But Pinky does have another lead. This can all be over quickly, bag of flour. Simply tell Pinky who bankrolls the turnip bucket. Pinky, yes, you are a cashier. No!
Hey, Pinky, Mrs. Cake sent me to the balcony to ask if you're done with your smoke break and you're gonna come back to work. Also, I didn't know you smoked. When'd you start doing that?
Pinky is extracting justice.
Okay. Well, there's a line downstairs and I'm on lunch break and I wanted to get a cupcake.
Then go and fetch your paltry cupcake.
But there's a long line, Pinky, and I don't have time to wait for everybody.
Then you will find time in hell.
Okay. Yeah. And since there's no episode after this one for this version of the series, we can just assume that Rainbow Dash really died there. So, yeah, to start with what he said at the end of episode 22, it was pretty much just a really solid critique of the original episode, As Well Then As Well, that I really agree with. Just basically saying that the writing is all stilted and the delivery for Twilight is weird, and I've noticed that before. It's definitely true, and that episode is not one of the better ones. It's one of the weaker episodes of season 1, and I mean, it's not like terrible or anything. I don't hate the episode, and it does have some fun moments in it, but yeah, as episodes go, it's not really a strong one, and I doubt it's anyone's favorite. But yeah, as for these episodes, as for the Mentally Advanced series episodes, I thought they were pretty good. I mean, the first one here, it was maybe a little dry. I mean, it was mostly a single scene for the whole thing. There was no real break from it or anything. It was just the dialogue between Twilight and Spike. And it had some charming moments in it. And I do like how we talked about Shining Armor and Cadence. That kind of lampshades the whole situation where in the actual show they were never mentioned at all until they appeared in the show. So it's kind of fun that he would have them actually mentioned here in this earlier situation. And also calling attention to the fact that everything in the world seems to center around Twilight in MLP. That's cool. And just pointing to that, it's interesting, but as interesting as the dialogue was, I don't know how exciting it was. It wasn't like an episode that had me laughing a whole bunch. It wasn't an episode that had me all excited to see what happened next. It was just, oh, here's a kind of charming dialogue between two characters that had a somewhat sweet ending to it. And that's fine, but I mean, it wasn't like anything I'll be remembering anytime soon. The second episode here was actually a lot better, so I'm kind of disappointed that one didn't make it to being a actual video that was uploaded, because it was a really funny one. That's some of that probably is Pinky's best moment for the series. I mean, if you want to count Rainbow Dash Presents Cupcakes, maybe that's a little more interesting, a little more fun Pinky, but this is really up there with some of her best moments ever, and it was just really funny and really just enjoyable in this weird Pinky way that I mean, I took a long time to warm to this version of Pinkie Pie, and I think I was hesitant to ever do so, but yeah, she's pretty amusing in her insane, just insanity. Yeah, I wouldn't say either of these were really the best episodes for the show, though they were both fine enough, and I'm eager to see where the negative series goes. I mean, this is stuff done later, stuff done after he already had the experience of writing this original version, and I think that will mean that the rough edges will be scrubbed off a bit, and that the product as a whole will be a lot better. And I'm also looking forward to seeing the new presentation of it, how this is going to be all original art and all that stuff. I think it'll mean that it's just better overall, though I guess we'll see. Anyway, hope you liked the commentary, let me know if you did, and see you in the next one.